Back to News Insight. Just before we came back, Philip said that we should not trust politicians. And one of the person that I think we should not trust is Nasir El-Rufai. He jumped from PDP to form a coalition with a lot of other parties that made up the APC. And now he's not a favored person in APC. He's telling us to fight APC, that they are not the principles to which they stood on when they were forming the party. They've deviated from them. Are you a prophet in this matter?
Thank you very much. You see, life is very interesting. You know, I begin to understand life from different perspectives. El-Rufai, hate him or like him, is a politician. He's a Nigerian politician. You know, why do I say this? Judging from the incident of the American politics in the last 4 years or 5 years, I begin to have a different, approach to life. Because, during the 2019 American-US election, I was one of those who stood against Donald Trump and the Republican. I rooted for the Democrats. And then, by privilege, I was in America within that period. And America, you cannot, there are places, and I was privileged to be working too, and when you go to work, you must ask the next person what says is preferred before you can address the person. You don't just address people. It was so detesting. But today, I am one of those who is supporting Donald Trump. You know why? Because you look as if he's the instrument in God's hand to right the wrongs. Trump is not a perfect man. Trump has so many baggages. But today, he's doing the right thing in the eyes of the public. So coming back home, Nasir El-Rufai is a man, we give him all kind of name, a religious big god, a tribalist and all of that, a killer, what have you. But again, we don't know whether it's the instrument in God's hand for the case of Nigeria, just like Trump is in America today. Yes, I have said it that we don't trust politicians, but we must allow God's will to be done.
Philip, you have suddenly got religious in this matter. The twist is so quick. All right.
No, it's not. You see, it's experience. It's life experience.
Yes. He has seen a lot of things that we have not seen.
Yes, so El-Rufai is coming to say that we need to fight. He knows what he's talking about. The truth remains that maybe, just maybe when they formed that coalition, it's for the good of the country. I know of one man that I respected, may so rest in peace, person of Senator Pius Akpo,
Werido.
They were the people who formed APC.
He was my man.
A Werido cannot be a man who will gather with people who will be taking evil. Unfortunately, his life was cut short. So, see, when the man said this is not the ideology that we put together to form APC, the man knows what he's talking about. We don't have those facts. So give him, benefit of that.
Okay, all right. Let me read to you what he said on his X handle. He said he lamented the absence of internal democracy within the APC. He said, I no longer recognize APC. No party organs has met in 2 years. No caucus, no neck, nothing. You don't even know if it is a one-man show. It's a zero-man show, he said. This is what APC has been reduced to.
In a short while, you tell me time up. APC was not in power. PDP were in power, or was in power. The PDP guys were in power. Now, some members of PDP and other political parties left PDP and sat down to criticize what they felt PDP was not doing that was not right. Now, they now said this should have been done this way, this should have been done this way, this should have been for the benefit and good of all Nigerians. On this note, they had list of how governance should have been. They now formed APC. They sold these ideas to Nigerians, to some of us that were comfortable with the PDP in power, and then some of us remain as supporters of PDP. Others went to vote for APC because they were bringing ideas with, new whatever. Now, so what is El-Rufai saying? El-Rufai now is telling us that there's no internal democracy. Remember that we all came from different walks and different backgrounds. I am also a politician, and every political party have their agendas, their aims and objectives. Now, APC had, and the only place you can remember those that have been elected in your party into certain offices is actually at the meetings of the NEC, the
different caucuses
of the party. So if you are elected today and you are the one that is in charge now as president, and for 2 years, because every party is supposed to be meeting, if not monthly, quarterly. That is every political party. That is their guideline. So why are they supposed to meet? That is a party that is actually working for the people. So that at that meeting, the other opponent like El-Rufai, other members cannot tell that, Your Excellency, this thing you are supposed to do like this, you didn't do like this, you do like this. Now, when you begin to, you take over and you don't respect that party rules and regulations again, it means it becomes a one-man show. That is what he referred to. The question here is this: what is Bwala trying to tell Nigerians? That even as much as some of us have painted the El-Rufai black because of certain things he is doing and he has done that we are not comfortable with, he should not still speak the truth. What is Bwala talking about? Advising El-Rufai that he should have come to tell them in the APC meeting alone what they are doing that is affecting all Nigerians. It is time we should keep our political differences aside and religion and tribal differences aside and think first. We are all Nigerians first. So what am I trying to emphasize? What El-Rufai is saying, El-Rufai is not against His Excellency Tinubu or APC. He's only against the way they are ruling the country, that people are dying of hunger, people are dying of insecurity, people are dying of bad road and other things, and few people are stealing our money and nobody is talking. So it is normal for El-Rufai to talk. I think Bwala is the same thing we said about Bala Mohammed.
I have to stop you now.
I don't know.
Yes. So now, cases, we spoke about internal democracy in all the parties not being operational. Of course, APC is not exceptional. Then the major thing he spoke is that it is a zero show in the party. That means every decision in the party is 0 to 1 man. How do you see that statement?
The statement speaks for itself. It's very clear. It's saying that, look, APC is now one person, that person is APC. Whatever he says,
that's what
APC. And this is very sad. Very, very sad. We said it in our previous discussion. When you asked me the question, I said the only way we can redeem the country is to ensure eternal democracy within the political parties.
Yes.
And this is not far from what El-Rufai has said. That look, this is not going to help us. If we continue this way, we'll be giving room to military rule. We've been there before. I don't want us to go back there. And he called upon all opposition leaders and political parties to share their differences and put the nation first, so that this thing can be resolved.
That looks like what Peter Obi said the last time.
Yeah. So how do we put our differences aside and then think of the nation first? It's the eternal democracy. Because if you see form coalition tomorrow and one strong man takes over,
it goes the same way.
So
let me add this question to you. Look at what El-Rufai said. He said you cannot afford to have illiterate, semi-illiterate, and cunning people as your leader. This is why we end up with the poor leadership we have today. So what he says is, what we always talk about is let me in quote, the agbero that has now taken over most of these parties.
No, the thing is this. We've said it before, and I said it severally.
Yeah.
I even said it this morning. Godfatherism. I can't remember the book I read the other time, that when the mafia takes over offices, they look for their boys in the town hall that are loyal. They don't. The people they plan to take over when they get to the office, they find a way of eliminating. If you look at the animal farm,
yes,
when the pigs takes over the farm, they started using the dog. The person at the helm of affairs started using the dog against his friend. You know, understand? So you see, that's what has happened. The only way to get out of this is to stop godfatherism. You see, how the people he mentioned came into office is because, like you said in this table today, you know, somebody wants to control Edo State, El-Rufai want to control Kaduna State, we can want to control River State. How do they want to control? Is that person. That is why you can have a governor who cannot present a budget he prepared by himself. You understand? So the thing is that for you to stop this, you need eternal democracy
within
the party.
The party. Eli, from what he has said now, do you think if this so-called coalition comes into place, do you think they will still abide? It will not tend towards what we've always had, because they all have the same character, mannerism, and tendencies.
Well, we have all suffered the character of foolishness in our political setting. And apart from the masses, even the elites are also crying out. That is the beauty of it. They begin to realize themselves. Some certain persons that El-Rufai will not ordinarily be friends with because he feels that they are not...
They're too low.
Today, he's going to them. He's now asking them to come together, to unite. The same thing they did in River State or that in Port Harcourt. The same thing. P2B today is not talking about Labour Party. He's talking about himself and Nigeria as a whole and certain individuals. So I think we are getting there. Now, it's not left for we, again, the masses, because after this coalition, after they're coming together, and they say they are not trying to come together for one particular person or a particular political party, that they will look for a good Nigerian, one head, like we've always said here. So what am I trying to say? It's now left for we, the masses, again, to be guided, so that when that one head is presented, we will give it the support. Not minding the tribe, the religion, or the political party. If all these things are put together, I think we're on the right path.
Okay, evil prevail in society when good men fold their hands and do nothing. This is a time for good people to come out and speak. Not only speak and participate. Not only participate and get elected into political positions. That's the only way we can get out of this doldrum that we have found ourselves. We'll be right back on News Insight.